Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a best of 5 for your Sunday series from WCS Montreal. Thanks again to LOTV.spawningtool for the replays. You can get replays from there, you can get build orders from there, you can get one of my videos from there. LOTV.spawningtool.com. Top left-hand corner of game number 1 is going to be on Parasite. HeroMarine is here, the red Terran player, and in the bottom right, far, far away, is the blue Zerg player. True, of Size, Storm Gaming. HeroMarine, great Terran player for sure. He's had his own compilation before on the Sunday series. Should be more than a match for True here. True is a very aggressive Zerg, but HeroMarine is just precise. He's smart. He knows what timings to use in this matchup, and he will use them well to his advantage. Now, it very much looks like a 1-Rax expand out of HeroMarine, hatch first out of True. Nothing too crazy here in the early stages of the game. Oh, HeroMarine wants a pause. Oh, but he's back. He's back now. No big deal. There's your pool from True. Not going extractor pool. Going pool first, which tells me he wants to get Lings up here to harass this natural base that HeroMarine's going to throw down, and he might be able to do it based on, again, that pool timing. I try to do it sometimes, but I go extractor first and then a pool. My Lings usually get there just about the time the expansion is done building, which is not great. And just completely bypassing a Reaper here is HeroMarine. Dude, what is that? All right, man. No Reaper at all. True's going to make the Lings anyway, because he's going to try to, again, knock down this command center. And Reaper better at defending this than a Marine is. Slow Marines kind of suck in these situations against most everything. Unless they have a bunker, unless they have some high ground, something else to hide behind, slow Zerglings will kill these dudes if they have decent numbers, as usual. I mean, when I talk about counters in StarCraft, I really heavily imply that it's all about numbers, right? Corruptors kill carriers, yes, but not if there are 3 carriers and 1 corruptor. You have to have the proper numbers in order to make the counter work well. So Zerglings on the way. I believe the SCV, did the SCV scout that? No, did not scout the early pool. I don't know if these Lings aren't even going anywhere. They were worried about an early Reaper. Look at this. Look at them worried about something that HeroMarine's not even doing here. True's going to go ahead and throw down his 3rd base, I have to assume, at this stage of the game. The timing works out for him. He's going to get a couple queens, get some speed, get some drones, and then starting about now, 3rd base would be nice. Unless it is a 2-base all-in, which you don't see a lot of. You don't see a lot of 2-base all-in versus Terran unless it is the Queen Roach Nidus all-in, which I think it'd have more gas by now. I think it'd have a Roach Warren by now if that's what he was going for. Proxy Starport from HeroMarine up along the right side. Probably going to be Banshee. We got Hellions here from HeroMarine. I did forget to mention that HeroMarine is exceptionally well-versed in both bio and mech. So we could see some mech play, we could see some bio play, we could see both. And True goes for the 3rd base at the 3rd minute mark. So a little bit late here. He got these Lings out. He got to get extra queens out for effectively nothing. He's waiting for that Reaper that's never going to come. Look at these poor Zerglings wagging their tails. Reaper, we were promised you would come. We were promised that we could rip your face off, but the Reaper doesn't even exist, let alone he's coming. Oh, it's a medevac with the Hellions. He's going to try to drop the Hellions into the main base using the medevac instead of coming in the front door, which is generally how it is done against Zerg. So Hellions coming into the 3rd base. Quick check to make sure that exists, and maybe pick up a creep tumor. Cancel it! Oh! Last second cancel there. Did not lose the live creep tumor. Can try it again. That is a huge deal. Creep spread in this early stage of the game is massively important. And we've got Hellions. Hellions. Yep, 4 Hellions and a medevac. The timing here is so crisp from HeroMarine. He's great. And a Liberator follow-up here too, which is so hard to deal with. The aggression will be off the hook for HeroMarine thus far. Zergling comes in and says, where the heck? Where's your army? What is happening right now? And the answer is Hellions inside your main base killing your dudes. There are only 2 Zerglings on the map right now. This is not good. Oh, run. Do not line up those drones. Queens, block the ramp. Queens have got to... Trying to split. Drones have to fight for their own little droney lives, which is such a bad situation for them. Queens actually might get this medevac. No, good job moving the medevac back there. 8 drones. 9 drones go down. Queens, and yes, going to pick off the Hellion because the medevac does not want to go back in because she's almost dead. Therefore, the Hellions are toast. A couple more Hellions rolling on in. Now, there are some Lings to help here. Oh, what a block. What a fantastic block by that Queen from True. I'm not sure if that was on purpose or not, but that was pretty well done. I mean, the Hellions got no kills at the natural base follow-up attack. Nidus is on the way here from True. What? He's dealing with this, and I think he's just going to go a big old Ling Nidus play, which is... I mean, do you have a Baneling Nest? Do you have a Roach Warren? There is a Roach Warren. Okay. So something like that. Queen, get out of the circle of doom. Why are you sitting in the transfuses? That's why. Another transfuse, and the Liberator dies after killing 3 more drones. But fair. I mean, 13 drones in the early game is problematic, but losing a bunch of Hellions, losing a Liberator there, HeroMarine is not getting out of this unscathed either. 900 resources lost for HeroMarine compared to 750. And here we go. A Roach Queen Nidus all in, I guess. Yeah, there's the 5 queens off of 3 bases, though, which I think is going to catch HeroMarine entirely by surprise. He has a tank and a handful of Marines, and here goes nothing. HeroMarine did not see this coming in any sense of the word. Third base canceled. SCV killed. Tank set up. Tank needs to hold this. Bunker canceled. Creep spread already happening here. I love the immediate creep tumor. Meanwhile, Hellbats at the third base going to try to kill it. This could be anybody's game right now, ladies and gentlemen. That third base goes down for True. He's in a lot of trouble. I'm not sure what he can do about 2 tanks inside the main base right now. He might just go home. I guess maybe he's getting some Ravagers to try to corrosive bile down those tanks. Some Roaches do clean up the Hellbats. There at the third base, Banshee hanging out all over the place here at the natural base 2. What an insane game number 1 this is. Going for it. Tanks are firing. SCVs are dying. Marines are getting cut to 20 SCVs have gone down. Are there Ravagers? No, the Ravagers are getting killed. 1 Ravager down. Only 2 remaining. You need more than that to take down a tank. 8 kills on this Banshee. Thank you very much. Go more into the Nidus network, my son. Spread this creep, man. Spread it up this way. Just for the fun of it. Just for the vision of it and the speed of it, if nothing else. This Banshee has 8 kills. This Banshee has 0 kills. Really got to make that thing happen here. Here come the Zerglings. I don't know about getting in here. I really don't. Ah! Creep Tumor attempted and picked off. Live Tumor still down here, though. Banshee getting shots. The third base and the main base are effectively locked down. I think HeroMarine might actually do this thing, you guys. Oh, another tank pops out just as one gets taken down by the corrosive bile there. So many SCVs are getting killed, but it's still 26 to 20 SCVs right now. Harvesters, Bunker gets up. Ravagers getting killed here. This is so well held by HeroMarine. I don't think I've seen a hold this well played before from a Terran in this position. 8 kills on new Banshee. 12 kills on old Banshee. Sure, the mine isn't too healthy for the main base from HeroMarine, but the third base is non-existent for True. The main base is non-existent for True. Trying to defend at home at the same time while trying to do this stuff. It's difficult, man. These tanks are everything for HeroMarine right now. Defensive tanks inside your main base, not exactly what you want to do, but if you have to do it, why not? Corrosive Bile catching the medevac. That was a big pick-off. Big pick-off there by True for sure. Banshee actually coming home to help with this, which I think is a genius idea. How many queens have died? 4 queens have been killed. Corrosive Biles catching a couple SCVs, just slowly whittling down that worker count for the Terran player. Banshee comes home. Get repaired, Banshee. Get repaired, 12 kill Banshee. You can do it. You've got SCVs right here. There it is. There's the repair. Ooh, taking some tank fire to get some Corrosive Bile down and just force HeroMarine to micro a little bit. True is macroing up. He's getting additional drones here in game number 1. What an intense situation to be in for HeroMarine, but he seems like he's pretty chill. Pretty calm. Over 300 APM for both of these players here in game number 1. Tank sneaking around this left side. Dude, Tank, where are you going? Tank, are you bait? That was an interesting little run by the Tank there. He easily could have been picked off and killed. But look at this tank count. There are 4 tanks on the ground. Creep spreading all over the place. Tanks are pushing the Zerg player further and further into a corner here. Creep spread might have gotten something done a second ago. Ooh, tank fire. SCV's going down. 5 SCVs have been killed recently. And here we go. Banshees. Queens, though. Don't chase them too far. Don't chase them. Oh, one of the Banshees picked off. Chased them just far enough. Meanwhile, Banshee in the main base. This has just been amazing from HeroMarine. He's holding and he's harassing at the same time. The sign of a true, incredible pro player. Amazing stuff. I think True's going home. True is going home. He's going home. Nidus Swarm collapses. Creep Tumor, the only last vestige that True even tried this thing. So I guess we move into a macro game now. It's 55 to 48 Harvesters, 3 bases to 2. It's effectively like we're at about the 5-minute mark of a real game. a regular style game here. HeroMarine landing a third base. A fourth base timing could be nice here from True. Tanks and the Marines could really maybe push out and get something done. I don't know why they're still here. Yeah, there you go. Get out of the main base. You're not necessary there anymore at all. Zerglings running around. Zerglings are a favorite unit of the True. Double evolution chamber here. Third base going to try to be protected. Yeah, there's enough army. Look at that timing, too. Just getting down just as the Zerglings show up. So frustrating for True. Fourth base now morphing in. Just north of the third, and we got a Spire on the way from True, too. So it looks like a Ling Muta style thing, although he doesn't have a Baneling nest. But it's really difficult to go Zergling Mutalisk if you don't have Banelings, too, for all of these bio units that HeroMarine is rolling with right now. And he's not meching. It's just a standard Marine, Marauder, Medevac, tank style play. Overseer flying in to see what's going on, getting chased away by a couple Marines. These have upgrades. They do have the +1 upgrade. And the +1 infantry armor is on the way here too. So attack's already done. Starport went all the way-ish back home. Zergling tried to kill it by himself, but probably bit off a little bit more than he could chew, that Zergling. Yeah, 8 Mutalisks on the way, +1/+1 here for the Zerglings. It's not there yet, mind you, and it's kind of a far way off. I think HeroMarine might just win this thing. This looks like a really scary push. True lost 37 drones during counterattacks while he was trying to make something happen here, and his Lings are out of position to save this third base. You want to catch this when the tanks are not sieged up, and the tanks are very close to being sieged up. They don't even bother to siege up to kill that fourth base, though. Crikey. That was bad news for True. Game 1 not looking good for the Zerg player. HeroMarine has played this methodically and coldly, and he's in a fantastic position. 68 to 69 workers killed the fourth base of the Zerg player. He's happily sitting on 3 bases himself. Really no reason to do anything else. Finally a Baneling nest on the way from True, but I just feel like it's too late. He needs the Baneling nest now. Some Ravagers caught out of position, forced to go the other way. Zerglings and Mutas trying to catch this bit of an army. Small bit of an army here. Good job pushing into a corner so there's not a full surround available on the Zerglings and Mutas. And Lings, good lifting that wall. Some Marines getting picked off here. Some problems at this third base too. SCV pull is beautifully well timed. The Mutas peel off to try to do something in the main base, but there's a missile turret there too. Marines chasing them all over the place. Maybe overextended a little bit there, you Marines, as you're getting killed back home. Reinforcement is problematic here, but there's a Thor marching out from HeroMarine now, and he does pick off a Mutalisk. Are you kidding? Amazing. 17 Banelings in production, but they are not fast Banelings at all. Fourth base attempt here by True down in the bottom left. We got Zerglings versus SCVs. 16 SCVs have been killed so far in just the recent little bits here. 64 to 37 Harvesters killed. HeroMarine has lost so much stuff. Slow Banelings on top of the tanks. Target fire down there by the Marines. Another tank picked off. Almost picked off there. 2 tanks live, which is a huge deal. Mutalisks flying in, getting massacred. And where is the rest of the army here for True? He's got Zerglings picking off reinforcements that are trying to join this front, but is it enough? Oh, the splash damage helping there a little bit. Tanks setting up on the ramp. Third base in a lot of trouble too. These Marines are +1/+1 Marines. Where are the Banelings? You can't handle this without Banelings. Absolutely not. Although Mutalisks, some really injured Marines here, but no, I think HeroMarine's done it. It's 128 to 94 supply marching into this natural base. The third base is gonna fall. There's no saving that one. We got Mutas, we got Lings in production, but this Thor gonna have a field day against these Mutalisks. Queen's trying to help here too, trying to transfuse the Mutas. Definitely not. Drones here fighting, actually. This is a desperate play here for True here in game number 1. Drones trying to make it happen. Nah, too many Marines. Good game out of True. And HeroMarine is victorious in game number 1. Again, calmly, coolly holds the Nidus attack inside his main base with tanks. Loses 64 SCVs throughout the entire game, but kills 61 and kills several hatcheries. 2 hatcheries going down. Natural base was going to fall there soon. And that's all she wrote. What a great play. 6 kills on that Thor. Resources lost, 18,000 for True, 12,000 for HeroMarine. All right, that's only game 1 of a best of 5 series, you guys. Holy smokes, it's going to be a good one. Good Sunday for you. Stick with me. We'll be back with game 2 right after this. Welcome back. Dreamcatcher, HeroMarine, True. Game 2. I'm going to do free association Just speak one-word sentences, but maybe that's not a good idea. Bottom right-hand corner of Dreamcatcher, we have the Zerg player, True. And HeroMarine in the top left-hand corner here. True, try to be aggressive. Tried to be aggressive, but HeroMarine got tanks out. And that was the end of that. Whew. Terran players, take note of how well HeroMarine dealt with that. Have you heard of the Falcon Paladin Hour? It is a weekly podcast hosted by me and an Australian named Somicron. There's a link in the description. Just search Falcon Paladin anywhere podcasts are sold. A few of them are also on Spotify for some reason. I don't think I put them there. I don't think Somicron put them there. But hey, Spotify must be trolling the universe looking for content to put on Spotify. And found a couple of our podcasts, and there they are. Very, very interesting. Anyway, it's just a week. We try to keep it to an hour. We talk about TV shows, movies, books, StarCraft, just nerd culture type stuff. Talked about Henry Cavill being, as just a quick pull here, being cast as Geralt of Rivia for the Witcher series that Netflix is doing. Should be pretty good. So quick pull here from True. He's got some 4 lings out on the way. HeroMarine is not prepared for this. He has not SCV scouted this at all. He's playing entirely in the dark, and I think that might come back to bite him here. It is a Reaper, though. This Reaper's name is Swearword. Swearword told a Marauder, I'm going to beep you up by kicking your beep, you beep. However, saying beep, beep, or beep were extreme crimes against the Terran Dominion. Swearwords was sentenced to the mother beeping Reaper program for 19 mother beeping years, so his beep, beep could learn a lesson. This Reaper name is approved by the YouTube algorithm. All right, Reaper, if you stay home, Swearword, if you stay home, you can get some ling kills, which would be nice. Oh, he is staying home. What? Who? How? How did he scout this? I don't understand at all. We'll bunker at the front. SCV's here to fight. No. HeroMarine, what is happening? He might have sent an SCV down to scout and saw the lings coming, and that's how he responded while I was busy reading the Reaper name. That's fair enough. So these early lings going to do literally nothing. HeroMarine said, I got to bunker down on a Marine. That's all I need. We're good. Continue on. That early pool is going to hurt True financially. And Queen ready to go. Again, no lings back here to defend. Queen should be enough to keep the Reaper from getting too many kills. Poor Swearwords. He just wanted to fight. He just wanted to fight and can't find anything. Can't find anyone to kill at all. These Zerglings just running around free in the fields of Dreamcatcher. Having a good time, sniffing the flowers, feeling the grass under their feet. Zergling lifespans are not that long, everyone. They really should be allowed to romp and play for a little bit before they die, don't you think? I do. I think Zerglings should be allowed to do that. 100,000,000%. Alright, what the heck is HeroMarine doing? Looks like he's going to go for tank there. Could have been Banshee for a second. Oh, the Zerglings got in and actually killed an SCV. That was amazing stuff. All right, well, tank's not out yet. The Zerglings actually finding use. Oh, Speedlings here now. This natural base is in trouble. In trouble. He's going to have to lift that off. He should be able to hold this no problem. There's not a Baneling nest back home, is there? Nah. Zerglings are just harassing their faces off right now. And, oh, did you cancel that tank for a Banshee? He did go for a Banshee after all. Tank would have been nice, but natural base is forced to be lifted off. That's a lot of lings committed to that, though I'm not sure they got the damage done that they needed to. Reaper died. Swearwords, unfortunately, did die. Based on the fact that there are how many Speedlings on the map? 21. 21 Speedlings out on the map is a lot. Zerglings just spreading to the 4 corners of the Earth, the 8 corners of the octagonal Earth, or something like that. Do we have Overlord spread too? A little bit of Overlord spread. Nothing too crazy. Overlord coming in, trying to scout stuff. He's not going to see the Banshee play. He is not seeing that at all. So if you can't tell what your tech is for your opponent, seriously, dude, I need you to throw down Spore Crawlers. Just one at each mineral line. Oh, he is! True! You're so good at this game. All right, Spore Crawler coming in for him. Evolution Chamber there too. Zerglings. Really keeping HeroMarine on one base for this long is really bad for our Terran player. He hates this. He wants to be on 2 base. He knows that True is on 2 base. He knows that True's probably about on 3 base now. Banshee trying to sneak in. Cloak timing is beautiful, but there's 2 queens and a Spore Crawler in the main. Banshee can try to kill this base all she wants. It's going to be basically a waste of time. Zerglings, goodbye. Hellion Marine killing a lot of lings there at the front, and the natural base is reestablished, but third base is already up for true pretty darn early. 43 to 28 harvesters here. Where's your other spore? There it is. There's a spore. Another spore trying to come up. Creep tumor, nice cancel there too. Nice cancel indeed. Oh, Banshee! Banshee. Just inside the detection range of that spore crawler. Didn't know it. Did not even know it at all. Some Hellions and some Marines are pushing here. I like this from HeroMarine. If you can break out, make it happen. Oh, Hellbat Marine here. What does True have? 22 Zerglings with 24 more on the way and a handful of Queens. Okay, 6 Queens, actually. And here we go. Queens can actually do pretty well in this situation against Hellbats. Their DPS is not amazing, but it will, I think, actually suffice here. Just barely. Queens, man. Good unit. And True holds. Banshee, careful not to get in that detection range. Very careful indeed. Spore Crawler waltzing way over. Counterattack attempt. Nah. There are Hellbats here. Ooh, get inside the main. Get in. Good liftoff. Beautiful liftoff. The Link decided we want to kill a supply depot. Nah. Too many of our brethren would die. We must hold a meeting. We must huddle up and discuss what to do next, you guys. That's what they're doing, is huddling up here. Banshees apparently getting shot in the head by Banshees was the next part of the plan. Actually, they decided to run for it instead. Resources lost. 1,700 for HeroMarine. 1,600 for that True. And what I mean, True, it's an okay position. I love that his third base has been up and running for a while now. HeroMarine's third base is under construction, but not anywhere close to being enough to get him any income at this stage of the game. Double Cloak Banshee coming in. Spore Crawler Queen, man. Another Queen is here. I gotta learn how to do this in my own games. I gotta learn how to have 8 Queens at the 7-minute mark and still have a 66 drone count. It's gotta be some kind of a timing involved with this. Banshee is just getting what damage they can. What damage they can against these drones. The Queen's getting shots off. 2-1 Banshee down. Nowhere really for her to go. And 5 kills. I think a lot's been invested in these Banshees, and I'm not convinced they've done enough. I'm really unconvinced. This is a very unorthodox strategy from HeroMarine. He's got Cyclones, he's got Ravens, and Hellbats. It's kind of a mech play, but with no tanks at all. Not sure if I like this. Basically because Banelings will crush this entire thing, and you can't attack them when they're far away with tanks because you don't have any tanks. Good scans, revealing what's going on, seeing evolution chambers. Checking, there's a 4th base coming up for True towards the north here. There's a 4th base towards the north base. 3rd base finally landing for HeroMarine at the 8-minute mark, which is not amazing. Oh, picked off the SCV building that refinery at the 3rd base. Poor SCV. The RB was just like a stone's throw away. They decided not to hang out at all. I mean, what else is True doing? He's going for Roaches, which is a decent answer. Well, it's a bad answer to Cyclone. Roaches are a bad answer to Cyclone, but Ravagers are good. If he changes them into Ravagers, that'd be a pretty good way to handle this. Does he know what the composition... Well, he does now. So he sees the Hellbats and says, Roaches are the deal. Does he know about how many Cyclones there are? I don't think he does. I'm not convinced he does at all. Banshee's flying in. Big enough Creep Tumors. 5 of them have been killed so far. Banshee checking to see. Has there, in fact, been a 4th base? Yes. Absolutely. Roach attack into this 3rd base. And the Cyclone. There's the anti-armor missile. I think it's time to get out. I don't... Oh, boy. But Ling's running into the... Oh, the Ling counterattack run by while this is happening. This is so bad for HeroMarine. 10 SCVs going down. Banshee's wrecking True's natural base, though. Having a great time with that. Meanwhile, can these Roaches hold against this many Cyclone? I am convinced... Not convinced that they can at all. Yes, and in fact, they're all super dead. Banshee, very happy with herself with 6 total kills there. The Zerg Infestation has been killed. However, it is 4 base to 3 base. 43 to 65 Harvesters. Hydras and Roaches, oh my, on the way from True. He is gas-starved. He does not have enough gas to make any Ravagers. He chose to go with Hydras instead. HeroMarine decided to take advantage of this time when True is not quite ready for him. I believe. Where are the Queens? That's the thing. The Queens helping defend here are a massive help. Nice anti-armor missile hit again. Hydra's sitting in the back, Overseer present, just to make sure these Cloaked Banshees can't do too much work at all. Yeah, here's our engagement, and it's working pretty darn well for True. The Hydra's sitting in the back doing most of the damage. The Roach is tanking, and that's it. A good game. Good game, and we are tied up. Ladies and gentlemen, 1-1. True wins game number 2 with some attempted aggression with the early pool, gets shut down, but then the delayed aggression was so smart. Getting the delayed aggression in there, forcing HeroMarine to lift off his natural base way longer than he wanted to. True is able to establish a 3rd base and a 4th base without really losing any hatcheries at all. And by that I mean he didn't lose any hatcheries at all. Still lost 16 SCVs, but killed 16 drones. Did kill 47 SCVs, mostly with that Ling run by towards the end of the game, where he attacked at the 3rd, ran by to the natural, ran by to the main when the Terran player was distracted, and it worked out exceptionally well for him. Good job, True. What a good series this is going to be. I feel like this is going to go 5. I do, but who knows? I don't. Let's find out here in game number 3. Fracture. It's snowing. I do like a good snowstorm. Don't ask me about snowstorms in February, but in September, I like them. Top left-hand corner. It's going to be the red Terran player, HeroMarine. His opponent is in the bottom right. Here on Fracture, the latter edition. Is this ice? Fracturing. Yes, that's probably where the map name came from. New map feature idea. New map feature idea. So if you walk over a point where the ice is cracked, it cracks a little more. Then walk back over it, cracks a little more. Walk back over it, cracks a little more. You're not entirely sure how many times you can walk over it until it opens up and swallows up your units. How does that sound? You'd really have to pay attention to unit movement, right? It'd be amazing. You could actually weaken it, lead your opponent over it, like have them chase your weaker army this way and hope that it cracks and hope that they fall in and die. Ooh, that'd be a lot of fun. It'd be an incredible thing for sure. Fracture's a pretty small map, so that's why we have this quick pool here out of True. Extractor pool again into a hatchery. So he's not one-basing it, but you can't one-base in StarCraft 2 as it stands right now. You have too many workers. You can't produce enough larvae off of one hatchery to consistently make Zerglings off with 12 workers on one base, even with a queen. So that's what the second hatch is for. Even the most cheesy of cheeses, even the most early of pools, 12 pools, still have that natural base because you just need it, is what you do. Okay, HeroMarine, once again, pretty comfortable with not scouting. He did scout in game number 2. I apologize for maligning him as he's scouting now. Wait, did I see an SCV coming down? I must have imagined it entirely. Reaper here, Amelia Smith. When an apparition test at Hogwarts went wrong, Amelia somehow ended up in the Reaper assembly line across the galaxy. She cannot decide if she is the best or worst apparator of the wizarding world that she is no longer in. Ooh, bad times indeed. Reaper moving out. Zerglings moving to avoid the Reaper. Reaper wants to find them, though. He knows they're around here somewhere. Oh, he jukes, and then he jukes again, and now these guys are in trouble. Now these poor Zerglings dead. Kitty 8 Shard gonna get thrown down. Another Zergling dead. Good job, Amelia, making it happen. First time in this world, mind you. She didn't know what a Reaper was until like 10 seconds ago. Okay, it does delay. The number of Zerglings sent out is enough to delay, but this Amelia is gonna kill every single Zergling and clean it up. So yes, delayed the natural a tiny bit, but that is 5 Zerglings down. Where'd the other one go? Oh, still here. Oh, never mind. Picked off by our Reaper friend. 6 kills for Amelia Smith. I think that's a Reaper Hall of Fame. I really do. 6 kills. Saves the natural base of HeroMarine like a boss. And now True's in trouble, man. That early pool did not pay off, even in the teeniest or tiniest of bits. Thanks to HeroMarine's Reaper. Thanks to the 6th Sense. He came down here, didn't see anything, started to go back and then said, they have to be here, and then came back and found them. It's just, that is how you get to this level of play, is that 6th Sense. Really incredible stuff. Inject, go. Good true. He's been injecting for years at this point. Oh, don't die, Amelia. Don't, oh, speed is done. Hop up, abuse that cliff, Amelia. Don't die to the queen, Amelia. Oh, Amelia. Ah, Amelia. We hardly knew thee, but great job. 6 kills, saving that natural base. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. That's the most kills we've seen on a Reaper in a very, very long time. More Cloak Banshee. from HeroMarine. He got some good work done with Cloak Banshees, both in Game 1 and in Game 2. Roach Warren from True. No third base. This feels like a 2-base all-in. At 4 minutes, if you don't see a third base yet, as I believe... I mean, he hasn't scouted here. HeroMarine hasn't scouted here. There could be a third base there, but he doesn't know. So Hellions moving out. Are we just done making drones? I think we might be done making drones if we're True. Going for a quick lair. He is sitting at 32 workers. Usually 35 is a fairly safe place to sit for a 2-base all-in. Maybe he'll make a couple more to even it out. Look at these Hellions. No third base. Oh, snap. What is happening right now? What do I have to hold off my front? Yeah, you're going to have to. True. True showing up with Surprise Roach. These Hellions are not what you want against Surprise Roach. Natural base and a ton of trouble. More Hellions coming back home. How many Hellions do you need to kill 5 or 6 roaches? I think the number is a lot. Yeah, look at these Hellions die. Just getting focused down. A Banshee shows up, though. That helps. That helps stabilize quite a bit. That said, all of these poor Hellions. Not, oh, wow, actually, that was a little bit better than I thought it was going to be. Good job, HeroMarine. Holding it. Holding it down. 4 SCVs died. A lot of Hellions died there. 5 of them, but 5 roaches killed, too. So resources lost 800 for HeroMarine compared to 850 for True, but no third base for True. Where's your third base for True? 41 harvesters now. Maybe he might have overmade a tiny bit for the 2 base, but he has enough money to go for a third. I just don't see... There we go. There's the drone moving out to go for that third base at the 5.5 minute mark. Third base coming up for HeroMarine. HeroMarine again, just in a wonderful position. And Viking harass? Really? That's such a weird choice. I mean, you take less damage if you're on the ground than if you're in the air. So maybe that's what the Viking was all about. Just trying to get on the ground to get out. Takes less damage that way. And also the Queen doesn't have as much range to kill him as he's flying away. So that was pretty good. Pretty interesting. I've never seen that move before, honestly. Spire coming up here for a True. Third base getting hammered on by this Banshee. And third base for HeroMarine just about done. And Thor production has begun for the Terran player. There it is. Thor is almost here. It's not as intimidating of a voice line. I'm sorry. 53 to 45 harvesters, plus 1 vehicle weapons coming in here. The army of True is not that big. It's 3 roaches and a Zergling. That's it. That's all he has right now. I need to learn this power. What is the power wherein you can just make minimal units against Terran and be like, I'm fine. Everything is cool. There's not an attack coming at all. I have, by the way, 0 vision of this side of the map. Can't see anything, but I still feel comfortable enough to have nothing. My queens can hold it. I forgot to mention there are 6 queens. My 6 queens and I can hold it. Going to try to saturate this third base pretty much instantly based on the number of workers in the main base and the natural base here. I guess natural base is the one that's super oversaturated. But 7 mutas coming in. The problem, again, with the Mutalisk is that Thors are so good against them. So very, very good against them. Banshees heading on back home for reasons I don't understand. Like, what did you see that made you feel like you're needed back home? I believe the army of HeroMarine has it. Has it under wraps here. Has it under guard, under control. There's another option. 4th base by True at the 7.5 minute mark. And setting up static defense here. He's really here to defend this third. He doesn't want to move out. He doesn't really want to kill anything. He's kind of letting True do whatever he wants, which I feel like is a problem. If you're a Terran player, you can't let the Zerg player sit back for this long without taking any damage at all. Okay, well, Viking Thor, these mutas are in so much trouble. Just get out. Just go home. Jukes runs. Ugh, almost loses a Mutalisk there, but does manage to escape on back. Okay, well, 4th base halfway down here for True. Now, he needs to decide what to do about this meching-ish strategy from HeroMarine. We'll call it mech at this point. Additional factories on the way. There are tanks in production, plus 1 vehicle and ship plating, which you don't get unless you are meching. I think he's preparing for Swarm Host. I just feel like the Vikings and the Hellbats and the Thors and the missile turrets are preparing for Swarm Host. But True is not doing Swarm Hosts. Also, these things are very good against mutas, so perhaps he is just preparing... Oh, well, hey, there we go. All right, well, True is in fact going for Swarm Host. And HeroMarine's been preparing for this for a couple minutes now. We saw a map, or a game very similar to this. Actually, that might be in the future. Well, either way, somewhere around the time this post, we're going to see a very similar game to this one, where it is a ZVT. We've got mech versus Swarm Host. It's fairly compellingly interesting here. All right, so Banshee's chasing these roaches on home. Does he even have Glio Reconstitution? No. The only upgrade that True has is, well, now +1 missile attack and metabolic boost. That's it. That is completely all that there is. Meanwhile, HeroMarine has vehicle weapons and cloak, working on Infernal Pre-Igniter +2 vehicle weapons. So I think his upgrade path is a little bit faster than True's is at this stage. So here we are. Here are the Swarmy boys. They're going to move out and try to take down this third base. We have, again, Thors and Vikings and missile turrets shoot the locusts out of the sky before they can land and do their damage. And that, again, that's pretty much the best way to deal with them. So here they come. Missile turret's going to finish in the nick of time here. Look at that. Look at that one finishing just in the nick of time. So landing a little bit on top of the tank. One tank does go down. Another tank goes down. Another tank goes down. Ah! For as prepared as HeroMarine was, that went so poorly for him. Oh. Losing 3 tanks in just a few seconds there to the Swarm Host and their fast DPS. And True is now on the offensive. HeroMarine on the defensive here. However, HeroMarine has his 4th base down. Here in the north, Creep Spread pushing out. Creep Spread doing pretty much whatever it wants now. He knows that HeroMarine can't really move out at this stage because different waves of Swarm Hosts are going to show up. And if his army isn't here, he loses his 3rd. So that is a problem with going mech on this map against Swarm Host, is you're not super mobile. And you just have to sit at home to deal with this forever and ever, which is really annoying. And let's see how they do this time. This time, Blue Flame Hellbats are here, and a much better job there by HeroMarine. 100%. You want these Hellbats spread around, especially clumped up near the tanks. You want Infernal Pre-Igniter. You'll want +2 attack. And then you really start to melt those Swarm Hosts so very well. Is True just going to try to win with Swarm Hosts is the question. We've seen players just try to stick on this tech. He is maxed out. I mean, he could tech switch to something, what would be good here? Guardian, pretty good, honestly. Guardian. Broodlord. Look at me! My Brood War terms are sneaking into my StarCraft 2 casts now. Ugh. What is wrong with me? My brain can't keep them straight a lot of the time. Hellions do roll into the natural base. They get killed. And they take 11 drones with them. Banshees kind of poked towards the 4th and then came on back home. Another swarm of the Locusts. Once again, Blue Flames. Blue Flames the answer. Look at this, look at this, look at this. 36 splash damage versus light. That is so much damage versus those locusts. The Swarm Hosts have to get out of there. They're slow. And if they're not careful, they're going to get caught out of position and just wrecked by this mech army. Meanwhile, Roach counterattack into HeroMarine's 4th. Roach is trying to kill this planetary fortress. Is their DPS enough to get it? Or is the repair too much? I think the repair is too much. It's going to be close. And the tank shows up. Roach count getting finished, and he saves it. He saves it. Meanwhile, marching right up the front here, now defensive Locusts. Getting those tanks on the low ground, nice pick off, but the rest of the army is still here. Thank you very much. Oh, this is such a bad situation for True. HeroMarine looking strong, though. Tanks set up with their +2 attack. 10 kills on that tank. Spread very nicely here. The 3rd base is in peril for True. He's making roaches to try to deal with this thing, but no, I don't think so. Not with +2 tanks around. 31 damage. Actually, hold on. Siege it up. It's going to be 80 damage per shot splash versus these roaches. That's game. I'm calling it. It's not over yet. True has not GG'd out, but it's 188 to 150 supply. Yeah, no, absolutely not. What a push from HeroMarine. Oh, got some Locusts at the back. Hellbats trying to do what they can here, but tanks are getting picked off. Muta's flying in to try to deal with these tanks too. 59 to 138 supply. And I don't know. I don't know if HeroMarine has enough to do this thing. He's got a Thor. The Thor versus the Mutas would be pretty great. Come help, Thor. There he is. He's helping. Oh, the tank does go down. Thor splash. Roach is dealing with this Thor. The +3 attack Thor, man. Pretty great against Roach. Look at this. He effectively 2-shots him. 1 shot, 2 shot. And a pickup and a retreat. Okay, I may have called that a little prematurely. Still, it's 164 to 109 supply. That third base is gone. True's not getting that back anytime soon. It's 77 to 21 harvesters. How many drones have been killed? 43 versus 5 SCVs. Counterattack here of locusts from True. Gonna try to pick off these tanks, but wow, I don't think he got a single one there. I really don't think he did. Plus 3 Hellbats are just abjectly terrifying. 40 damage splash from a little mineral-only unit. Hellbat's good. Hellbat's real good, friend. Pushing out with a creep tumor. Well, attempting to. Does it go down? It gets down and probably scanned and killed. Well, scan over here. Swarm host getting picked off. Thor. Oh, there we go. Thor. Oh, actually does a nice job there. Making all the locusts land on him, and then the Hellbats and the tanks can clear out the rest of the locusts. 10. Ooh, okay, Liberators. Yeah, 10 drones killed at the 4th base, and that's your good game. That is a good game from True. HeroMarine wins it handily in a game that I did not expect him to win that fast. Once he was kind of set up here defensively against the Swarm host, I figured he'd have a hard time winning anytime soon. These are sometimes fairly protracted battles, but and matches, but no, not this time. Not for HeroMarine. How many tanks died? 14 tanks died. There were 12 at the end of the game, so not super great defense from HeroMarine, but enough. Really quite enough. 11,000 resources lost by HeroMarine, 16,000 by True, and that doesn't count locusts. I know locusts are free units, I get that. But losing them without them killing anything still hurts. I mean, that still means your Swarm host, which does cost a lot of supply and resources, didn't get anything done. So they were effectively a waste of cash there and supply. So good job by HeroMarine, taking a 2-2-1 lead in this best of 5. One more win and he's out. He's moving on to the next round of WCS Montreal. Can he do it? I don't know. Stick with me. We'll find out in just a second. Can True tie this thing up and force a game 5, or is he destined to lose here? I don't know. Let's find out together. Bottom right of Parasite, the ladder edition, here for game number 4, is the Zerg player. And you can pretty much guess where HeroMarine is based on that description. 4-player maps in this map pool. Darkness Sanctuary, and that's it. That is it. 4-player ladder maps are a thing of the past, I feel like, but we'll wait and see. Did you know I stream on Twitch? Twitch.tv/Falcon Paladin. Been out there doing StarCraft Remastered stuff. Gonna start doing some Warcraft 2, which I'm actually really excited about. I like Warcraft 2. I haven't played the campaign since I was, golly, 13, 14 years old. I loved Warcraft 2. It was my first RTS. I didn't know that it existed before then, and my friend had it, and I played it a ton. My cousin had it. I played it a ton. My parents never let me get it because it was violent. They were not into the violent video games, but I played it enough and a lot and was in love with it until the day StarCraft came out, and then I got StarCraft and never really looked back. So it's been a long time, whereas with StarCraft, I've played the campaign a bunch of times over the years. Warcraft 2 I haven't really touched in over 20 years now, so I'm very excited to pull that up and get it onto the Twitch. So if you're interested in some nostalgia or perhaps learning some history of Blizzard games, check me out. Twitch.tv/Falcon Paladin. HeroMarine, make a Reaper for me. I have a good name. I got a good one. All right, Chuck E. Cheese, once the defining mouse of a pizza empire. Chuck has been losing ground to restaurants with such innovative concepts as having pizza that isn't made of cardboard, not having terrifying animatronics, and not being the homes to literal rats. Chuck spent his time getting drunk on pizza grease. One day, in a drunken rage, Chuck smashed the window of the local Dave & Buster. Chuck was sent to the Reaper program where he uses pepperoni as his bullets. Dang, son. Chuck E. Cheese. Scary stuff, yo. I think I went there once as a kid. I was maybe 6 or 7 years old. Somebody had a birthday party there. It was kind of depressing and sad even then. It's just gotten worse. It really has. My kids are now asking me to take them, and I've been stalling. Let's just say that. All right, so Reaper, he's so sure. Chuck E. Cheese is so sure there are lings around here somewhere. Where are those stupid lings? See, but what this does is keeps him away from killing stuff at True's base. So I will give a point to True in this chess match for sure. Yeah, check him out. He's just, where are the lings? I know there's lings. No, there really aren't. They're here. They're waiting for you to hop up that ramp. Queens are popping. Third base timing could actually work out while the Reaper is distracted. Trying to find those stupid Zerglings every game. I think they're, well, the last two, maybe it was game one a little bit. Some early Ling pressure. Yeah, there was. There was Ling pressure in game one as well. But no third base here from True quite yet. He wants to drone up. He wants to get some upgrades. Wants to get, that's an early pneumatized Carapace, which tells me possibly Drop Lord, which tells me possibly just he wants to get a really amazingly early scout into what HeroMarine is doing. And when you're facing elimination like this, yeah, it really helps to get out a really super early, amazing, super great scout. Because if you die to something you didn't see coming, you feel dumb. You're just really sad all the time. Is that... He's going in early. Ooh, but he sees the Marine count and says, yeesh. Hoop, 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 hoop. Metabolic boost, pneumatized Carapace is done. He could probably juke around them. He has no idea. He literally knows no buildings that exist for the Terran player. There's a Cyclone. Ooh, high ground. High ground, invisible point. Third base now on the way from True down to the south. And it's going to be, ooh, I've been on the end of this before, a Cyclone Marine drop at about 4 minutes, which True, dealing with it with Zerglings is hard. Dealing with it with Banelings is not that hard, but he doesn't have a Baneling nest, and really there's not much reason to have one for the most part. Overlord does get a bit of a scout off here. He sees enough. He sees the starport with the tech lab and says, all right, more Banshee play. Out of HeroMarine. I know the drill on this one. 12 Zerglings in production. Where do they go is the question. Overlord did see this medevac coming on in, and I think the Queens are heading up to defend this. This is almost a drone pull. It is. It's a drone pull. Get out of there. Queen's here to fight. Queen versus Cyclone. Pretty great. Zerglings attacking here too. And it is forcing HeroMarine away. The medevac does pick up fast enough to where she doesn't take too much damage before she is forced to flee. I like this pneumatized Carapace Overlord. He is doing such a great job. I should do this. I should do this in my games. It would help intel gathering so much. Let's get that pneumatized Carapace early before you even get a third base. And putting his lair at the third is a little gutsy, man. I don't know about that at all. Still trying to make something happen here is HeroMarine. He's got Hellions. That cloak is almost done for the Banshees. We can see it here thanks to the Game Heart interface. And yeah, this base, it's getting detected as the lair very, very early. So here come the Queens. Do you have detection available? Not really. That's a Spore Crawler, man. That is a Spore Crawler, but it's not done yet. That is a 21-second build time, the longest build time. Oh, careful, Banshee. Don't get too greedy. Ooh, got almost a little bit too greedy there. Yup, stay away from that Spore Ling counterattack from True. He says, all right, if the army's here, we might do some damage here, but no, there's a full wall, and there's Hellions behind the wall, so absolutely not. Not going to happen. So I do think it's funny that True tried to hide this lair at the third base, and it was immediately scouted by HeroMarine. That said, HeroMarine did manage to hold there pretty much just with Queens and Zerglings. Overseer on the way, dealing with the Cloak Banshee. Just another level of complexity that that True has to deal with here. Hellbat, Hellion, Cyclone. A lot of Hellbat push here. Queen's going to be the answer. Woo! One gets roasted alive. Roasted, roasted, roasted. Zergling's actually going to get through here, but another wall and a Hellbat. What is this? That was something. Baneling Nest, maybe? I don't know. These drones are in a huge amount of drone-y trouble. Yeah, some of them do manage to escape somehow. Some way here. This natural base is in a ton of trouble. Zerglings, I don't think they did much. That Hellbat has 8 kills, which is pretty darn amazing. Hellbat's just wandering around, killing the natural base. They can kill these Queens too, I think, if they wanted. Yeah. Oh, medevac picked off here. Now the Hellbats, there's really nowhere for them to go. They are not mobile at all. This Hellbat, oh my gosh, the drones. Ah! True's in a lot of trouble here. Does get the Cyclone. Does get the Hellbat. And he's alive, but he lost only 4 drones there. 23 drones have been killed so far. So let's say that. 23 drones down. 54 to 40 total harvesters. HeroMarine has done super damage to the economy of the Zerg player. Such a bad place to be, Zerg player. All right, so third base is happily running for HeroMarine. I don't want to call stuff early. I don't. I know it's caster curse. I know it's bad. But I'm looking at this, and I'm just like, it's 61 to 49 total supply. or worker supply, 103 to 82 total supply. There are a handful of Zerglings out for true and 5 queens. And what tech is he getting? I don't see any higher tech for him at all. His worker count is coming back, which is nice. He's just been droning his face off right now, which is what he needs to do. Overseer scouting in. He does have wonderful vision of what's going on inside HeroMarine's base. He sees the multiple factories. He says, all right, it's going to be another mech play here from the HeroMarine, who is German, by the way. I do like him. He played for Mao's Esports last I checked. He might have moved since then. Maybe I'll check here in the middle of the game. Maybe. I mean, I would if there wasn't a Thor drop coming. How about that? How about that? Zergling's checking to see, is there a 4th base we can kill over there? No, absolutely not.
Mutation complete.
But melee attack level 1 is done. That's super nice. So here comes a roach drop, a Thor drop. With some Hellion support. Roach count a little bit high. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's enough, though. Here we go. Hellbats in the front, absorbing the damage. Letting the Thors in the back do the damage. Zerglings could have made... Nah, there was too much stuff there. Too much stuff there for sure. Queens versus Medivacs, a huge situation there. And True manages to hold at the 3rd base. Stabbing away the Medivacs with the anti-air attack that the Queens are possessed of. All right, Zerglings, you got +1/+1. A 4th base on the way from HeroMarine. 4th base on the way from True 2. But SCV transfers 76 to 64 Harvesters. HeroMarine has the lead. He wasn't able to kill the 3rd, and he hasn't been able to kill the 3rd either, which is not great for him. 4th base popping, that thing should be saturated pretty quickly based on some of the worker counts we see on some of these bases. Infestation Pit on the way, perhaps just going for Swarm Host again against this mech. And yeah, look at this, missile turret up. HeroMarine knows what True is doing before True knows what True is doing. He doesn't. He just, I'm going mech. True likes to go Swarm Host against mech. Let's be ready for it. That's all it is. Missile turrets, sensor towers. Just to know if the Swarm Hosts come in range. Zergling a Roach counterattack, trying to kill this space that doesn't exist, which is a big problem. Intel might have lied to you there, True. There's nothing here to kill, friend, which means there is something here to kill, which you already know. Anyway, Thor's pushing out. I'm not sure why it's just a Thor pushed out from HeroMarine. It doesn't seem like it's doing a whole lot, honestly. Blue Flame Hellions into the 3rd base, though. That is some more dead drones. Don't attack the roaches. Attack the drones. Attack the drones. Ling Roach. Oh, this is a... Oh, boy. All right, well. Roaches make a hasty exit. So sorry, madam. Didn't realize this was the loo for the ladies. Basically, as fast as he was running there. Creep spread looking okay for the Zerg player. Not too tabby. Not too shabby at all. Remember what I said about this being the women's bathroom? Roach is not allowed. Why did he come back in? True. Freaking me out, man. Why are there so many roaches versus this tank-heavy composition as well? Here comes a tank Hellbat attack into the 4th base of True. He doesn't have enough to stop this. That said, Roach count here with +1/+1. I'm not sure if there's enough tanks to handle this. Also, Thor drop inside the main base. HeroMarine, you're a crazy person. I love the multi-pronged harass here. That said, the 4th base of HeroMarine, 3rd base rather, is in a lot of trouble. A lot of SCVs are dying. Thor's going after what exactly? I don't know. Pick him up, save him, pick him up, save him. He does manage to save that one. Tank's just setting up in a place to kill. The 4th base goes down. The natural base is taking shots here as well. Roaches are streaming in piece by piece by piece. Roaches are still at the 3rd base of HeroMarine, though, killing SCVs and an engineering bay. That are not the supply block HeroMarine. It is definitely not. Drones fighting, roaches fighting. Finally going to clear this sucker out. Nope. Oh my gosh. 15 and 22 kills on these tanks. Unsieging them and saving them like a boss is HeroMarine. Roaches coming home have destroyed the 3rd base entirely of HeroMarine. More Hellbat Hellion stuff with the blue flame. Don't go back to work. You drones. It was not safe to be there. 56. 56 drones killed here. Ah, True. 164 to 72 supply. Like I said, True has just not been in a good position for a while now. That he held off that last attack at all is a huge deal, but he lost his fourth. He lost his third entirely. Wait, no, third's alive, just his fourth. Fourth went down. Here comes HeroMarine, +2/+2 tanks and Hellbats, and there's just not enough. Catching some reinforcing tanks here, that's what True needs to do about 100 times to win this game. Is basically that. Oh, medevac. True with a good game. True's out! True is defeated, and HeroMarine is your winner, winning the series in 3 games to 1. What a boss. What an absolutely incredible player. From Germany, from, I want to say Mouse Esports. I'm going to look it up. HeroMarine. Hero Machine? No. HeroMarine, StarCraft 2. The Google says. There he is. Often abbreviated to simply Marine. And for Mouse Esports. Thank goodness. All right, so that is him. That is him. All right, so good deal. What a series. True. Valiant effort of it, but man, some really good games there all over the place. The multi-pronged harass from HeroMarine, just, I mean, you can't kill 91 drones in a game if you don't have good multi-pronged harass. Full assault on the fourth, dropping Thors at the main, while sneaking into the third base and trying to get stuff in the natural too. It's just True. Trying to go roaches against this wasn't really enough. I'm not, he was maybe trying to go for Swarm Host, but didn't have time. Kind of feel like that's what happened. He just didn't have time to go for the Swarm Host. Entirely possible. Anyway, great series from these players. Really fun to cast. Really hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed your Sunday series today. 12,000 resources lost in game 4 for HeroMarine as opposed to 18,500 for True. 93 roaches went down. That's a lot of roach. A lot of roach. Upgrades really great too. Okay, well that is going to be it from me. This has been the Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and your Sunday series. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.